oatmeal soufflé, which is an amped up oatmeal to boring oatmeal that we have every day. This one is with eggs, milk and berries with lemon zest and coconut sugar. It's our family. 1.5 cup of steel cut oats. I prefer steel cut to rolled oats, but you could use whatever you want. 3 cups of milk. This is 2%. 1% works well. Not so much non-fat because it changes the consistency of the oatmeal. 4 eggs, zest of a lemon, a tablespoon of brown sugar, and 2 cups of milk. I like using coconut sugar because it's got much lower glycemic index, so much healthier. And we like having brunch on weekends. This dish usually lasts us all through the day. Our next meal is usually just you whisk the oats in the milk occasionally while it's cooking on medium heat. It should take about a little less than 10 minutes to thicken and have creamy oatmeal. The 4 eggs that I am going to be separating, I'm going to put the whites in a separate bowl. You want to whisk them till there are stiff peaks. And then I put my yellows in my other bowl. It's a little more complex recipe, but once you make it a couple times, it's pretty easy. That's the 3rd egg. Make sure you don't get any yellow in your whites, otherwise it won't be stiff. Best way to get the yellow out of the white is using the shell itself, like I just did. There you go. So while I'm whisking the oatmeal, it's almost done, and you let it cool to room temperature, which should take another 10 minutes or so. In the meantime, we'll preheat your oven at 350 degrees while it's cooling. You can see the consistency, thick and creamy. Just make sure that you're watching it because it can boil over very quickly. I'm just mixing the egg whites. It takes about 3 to 4 minutes, and you have stiff peaks. This is how the egg white should look. When you lift it off, the peak stays stiff. That's the basis of any souffle. Next step, you can see the oatmeal has thickened and cooled, and you want this consistency because once you add the eggs, it's going to loosen up a bit. So you add 1 yolk at a time, whisk it. The idea of cooling the oatmeal before adding the eggs is because you do not want scrambled eggs in your souffle. And the last one. You can see how the oatmeal is much looser. Eggs are neat, all whisked up. Now you add half a teaspoon of the lemon zest. Then you take the egg whites, a third at a time, fold it gently with the rubber spatula. You do not want to deflate the egg whites. The next third. And little specks of egg white in the souffle is perfectly fine. It helps rise more evenly too. And the last step is the berries, 2 cups of whatever berries you have. I had raspberries and blueberries. Blackberries taste good. Strawberries too. But we all prefer blueberries in a hot souffle. So I've got more blueberries and lesser raspberries. You combine it all gently. And then here's your buttered dish. I've got an oval one. Any buttered dish that can go into the oven is perfect. And you pour it in. Get every bit of it, all the yummy goodness. This meal lasts us all the way through dinner. It's a little more complicated than many of my other recipes, but it's well worth it. Here's the souffle out of the oven about 20 to 25 minutes later. And all I do to finish up is dust some powdered sugar. You can totally avoid it, but it looks much prettier with the powdered sugar. And then for some crunch, I just sprinkle some slivered sliced almonds on top. and it's ready to serve.